Hey, what's going on, guys? In this video, we're going to be checking out the Hasbro Marvel Spider-Man Carnage. So just how tall is Carnage? Let's put the tape measure next to him. He stands at 5.5 inches tall. That's from the bottom of his feet to the top of his head. About 5.5, almost 5.75 of an inch tall. He comes with absolutely no accessories whatsoever. Well, that's not 100% true. He does come with this little extension of his symbiote that just plugs into the back of Carnage's back. It gives him a little extra oomph. Kind of also makes him look like he's got horns, like big bull horns. But you can remove it, but it makes the figure look a little bit more vacant, like he needs a little bit more extra stuff going on. Yes, the figure unfortunately is pretty basic when it comes to overall execution. Let's run through his poseability. This will be very quick. His arms rotate. Okay, yeah, I got that. Legs rotate forward and back. Yeah, okay, got that. And head rotates. I dare not even say it has a ball joint. I mean, it could be ball joint by the way the head plugs into the torso, but it's certainly not a ball joint from anything else you can do with the head other than this, back and forth. Of the things that he does deliver in limited doses, one thing I do think he does do well is his paint. Thank goodness for his paint, as this being the one only resounding save for this figure, because he is a little on the bland side. His paint is for the most part pretty clean if you look at from basically like the neck down. All these little areas here don't look like there are any additional sculpts. Rather, it's just all basically paint that gets the point across. I guess that's not 100% true. There is some sculpting here in his torso area, but everything else looks like it's just been painted on, just slapped on. His back just gets nothing. Nothing at all. There's no love. Well, that's not true. His gloves paint all the way around his hands and as well as his boots. But all the other details are basically afforded for the front of the figure. Now, let's talk quality of paint. The paint's pretty good on the torso, but get a load of his eye. Not his eyes. His one eye is not too bad, but his other eye. Hello, paint splotch, my old friend. We see each other again. Look at the big noticeable splotch on the eye. It's a shame I actually didn't even notice that at the time that I bought this figure from Toys R Us. But he's got this one noticeable, these little two dots of splotched black paint on the poor eyes of Carnage. I don't know, I guess he can't really see much out of that one eye, or he's going to be going like this, thinking that there's something in front of him. His teeth are painted in. He's got possibly a tongue, but one would not know by the way there's basically no paint that's been added there. The head sculpt is good, if not for saying overall that the figure has a simple look to him. There's really not a lot of drastic design choices made here, guys. No boardroom meetings, 45 minutes in length, with mid-interval breaks where we have to bring in sandwiches and catered lunches. It feels like they basically just said, well, you know what? We want to make a Carnage, but we're not really going to do too much to him. I'm assuming his body is a brand new sculpt, and I don't think it's been used for any other figure, so he will get points for that. But it doesn't seem like there's a whole heck of a lot going on for this guy. He's as simple as the Venom, but I guess the Venom just, I don't know, had a little bit more appeal to me, personally speaking. Carnage is okay, but he doesn't really do a whole heck of a lot, being that these are basic figures. Leg hinges, universal joints, something in the arms and the elbows and stuff like that could have brought this guy a far greater rating, in my own honest opinion. The figure is okay in his very basic state. Pick him up if you're a fan of Carnage. Pick him up, though, knowing that you're not really going to do basically too much with the figure. Clearly, it's a basic line for kids. Obviously, that's what these lines are for. They're for the kiddies. But I would think even as a kid, I would be like, I don't know. Why can't they... Dad, why can't they just bend at the elbows, bend at the knees? Yeah, I don't know, son. I don't know. That's Hasbro for you. Today, though, we were checking out the Hasbro. This was the... Doesn't really even have a name. It's just Marvel's Spider-Man wave. And this was Carnage. It's kind of the same wave as, well, you know, if we look at the packaging here. They also released a Doc Ock, which I have yet to pick up. He looks as kind of basic as they can come. Will he be more basic than Carnage? I really don't know. I guess Carnage has a little bit more extra color going for him. The Doc Ock, though, has arms. Above and beyond his, obviously, human arms. If you guys like this video, certainly hit it with a like down below. If you haven't had a chance to subscribe to this channel, now's your time. Hit that little subscribe button down below. You're good to go. You won't miss future videos coming up onto this channel. As always, guys, thanks for watching as you always do. See you next time.